Okay, I have a ton of new subscribers and I'm not giving them anything new. Ideas, go. Last time I did a Minecraft video, it was my favorite video I ever made. I enjoyed doing those 10 words or less videos. What if I combined the two? Not even gonna wait to get into it. Minecraft biomes. They're cool, they're hot, there are several subjectively neat spots. They make up the game, but which are true claims to fame, which are just a shame, and which are worth no more than a mention of the name. I'm sure you know this reviewing style by now, but if you don't, every biome this time will get a review in 10 words or less, a rating from 1 to 10, 1 being abysmal and 10 being nearly perfect. Thank you to Jello Apocalypse for inventing this reviewing style in the first place, which is something I should have said a long time ago. We're going to cap this off with the top 3 and bottom 3 biomes list. And
Dan, no, that's pretty much it.
so kiss your army of dogs goodbye and pack up your chest boat, because we're about to go through every Minecraft biome reviewed in 10 words or less. Let's dig straight down to business. They look pretty cool. I always love exploring these. Very ungood, just so ungood. I'm sorry, there's just nothing to this biome. Ew, no, not birch. Just water forever. Why can't netherwort blocks be uncrafted? It's like water, but deeper. So, more fun to explore. Hey man, don't forget your night vision potion. Oh no! Didn't know temperature was a thing in Minecraft till now. Okay, enough oceans. Good for sand and green dye. Literally terrible for wood. Behold! They look cool, but really aren't. They're like Badlands, but higher. A marvelously dark and atmospheric boss fight. They have end cities, therefore they are good. Don't get me started, they're taking up the whole rainbow. Thank you for being my home. Wah! I'm pro mountain, I'm just anti-ice spikes. But this is a neat concept. Is that what this biome is called? Boo! It's over, mobs! I have the high ground! And they're still awesome for exploration. What? Oh, screw off. Oh my gosh, so pretty! I'm super hyped for that Fireflies DLC. Have you ever felt such peace? Technically, this is objectively the best biome. Back in my day, this was the whole nether. Dang it! Just kidding, these are lovely. Ew, no, not birch. The trees here are tall. Same thing as the last, basically. This is just the whole package. The perfect place for a boat race. Savannas are automatically ugly. Savannas are automatically ugly. I mean no disrespect saying this, but just why? These are nice to go through. What's the difference between this one and the last? I like spruce wood. More like suck sand valley. You already know my thoughts on jungles, so I'm going into the sky. These just appeal to me for some reason. These are fine, I guess. Can we get frogs in normal swamps too? One of my favorite color schemes for any biome. Is this where we all go when we die? Okay, jokes aside, I would take a vacation here. Since when do Minecraft biomes have lore? They look kinda cool, but they're just variations. They like Badlands, but woodier. See, that wasn't so bad. Alright, let's finish things off, though I say that with some quotation marks, because this is collectively going to take up the better part of the video, with a list of the top 3 and bottom 3 biomes. Let's see which ones are well crafted and which ones just belong in a minefield. Here we go! That sounded really corny when I said it, just, here we go! But, why? Number 3 worst. Ice spikes. If you guys are wondering why I gave this biome a 2 out of 10, but expressed my love of stony peaks and jagged peaks, hear me out. I have a handful of small reasons, and those small reasons are just enough to lead up to this being a massively flawed place to be. I feel like I should just use 3 big issues I have with this biome to avoid repeating myself too much in this discussion. So, here they are. Ice spike biomes are, well, just that. They're fields of ice with several upward-pointing spikes around them. Sounds cool, right? Well, not really. There are rarely any cases where you can just climb up the spikes block by block. Hope you have enough to build a staircase. And even still, if you really want to get to the top, it's... What a smooth transition to my next point! This is a biome that consists almost exclusively of ice blocks. Some snow on the top, but that only counts if they're snow blocks. In case you forgot, ice blocks don't drop when you break them. They just break. Unique silk touch. Same goes for glass, or dirt if you want grass on the top. But yeah, in that sense, ice isn't great for building, because if you accidentally break or misplace even one block without the silk touch pick, it's gone. Ice spikes are... Oh, look at that! Another smooth transition. I don't think this needs any elaboration. There's no wood, no stone, no nothing except ice. Which I already explained why it isn't good for building. You can't progress your tools or armor, there's nothing to build a good house out of, so it kinda misses the point of the game depending on who you ask. But Theo, I hear you say, maybe they're not meant to be lived in like other biomes. You don't have to be in them so often, just let others enjoy what they enjoy and you can have your opinions without ruining it for others. That's actually a very good point, my friend. If I think this biome sucks, I won't use it. Because it sucks. No, you're not allowed to like these. Does anyone ever say, oh, let's go build a base and settle down in the ice spikes? No! Ice spikes are objectively garbage. Just kidding, you can like whatever you want. But if you ask me, would not recommend. Number 3 best. The jungle and all its variants. Where do I begin? This biome has just about everything. The trees are tall and grow vines, so one can truly get on the roof of the forest, giving players the freedom to explore this vast land from above or below. Oh, and the mobs, people, the mobs! I love when a Minecraft biome has exclusive mobs, which is another thing ice spikes lack, by the way. Pandas are so flippin' cute, ocelots are useful to have for creeper protection, and parrots... sound like monsters. Okay, parrots suck, just kidding. And unlike some of the worst biomes, this one actually has a structure. One of the lesser ones, admittedly, but hey, still has some nice loot. One other thing, that's a really vibrant and colorful shade of green. I love it. Jungles are also an incredible source of melons, bamboo, vines, so on. And if you wonder, but why are those things useful? With bamboo, you can tame pandas, so friggin' cute. With vines, you can climb up trees and hills, no ladders or self-built staircases needed. And melons are food, woo! While this isn't my overall favorite biome, it's quite possibly my favorite to explore. I could fawn over all the little things that make me stupidly happy for hours on end, but that's pretty much all I gotta say. Jungles are like the opposite of ice spikes. It's all the little things overall that make it awesome. Literally the only thing I don't like about jungles is that no one likes to spawn in them. Because they're so crowded and vast and the trees are so tall, viney, close together, it's hard to really find a good place to start, build a base, settle down. Not without a good amount of deforestation first. My point is, living in a jungle can be done, but it takes a while to pull off. Finding one, on the other hand, is a treat and an absolute triumph. An absolute delight of a forest. Number 2 worst. Soul Valleys. It's a little known fact, but there's another reason that these are called Soul Valleys, other than the soul sand. The name is also because of the fact that Soul Valleys suck the soul out of you. You set one freaking foot in that nether portal, and oops, you ended up over here. Have fun being shot by skeletons continuously until you die. They have a slightly ranged attack, so enjoy trying to retaliate against them while you get constantly shot back, while you're on top of an entire landmass of blocks that slows down your walking speed. Oh, what's that? You had enough? How about being shot by gas? Enderman, what are you doing here? You have End in your name. Do you even belong here? Oh, hey, there's fire everywhere. Look. Oops, he fell in lava. Did you know? God frick it. Now look, the nether already hates me. I get whacked in the cubes by magma cubes, I get gassed by ghasts, and I get shot by skellies. Wait, why are there regular skeletons in the nether? Where did this come from? But soul sand valleys are the pinnacle of all this. Around every, and I mean every turn, a mob is shooting you into flames, blowing you up in flames, getting mad at you for staring them in the face. It's unbelievably overwhelming. And I know these biomes are intentionally made difficult, but do you honestly think people enjoy this? This game is about exploration, building, survival, etc. Much like ice spikes, these aren't good for building anything. It's just soul sand. Only good for regrowing netherwort. Apart from that, it just slows you down. I don't know why I'm critiquing soul sand for being bad to build stuff out of. This game is literally about building anything you want out of anything you want. If you want to build a structure just for fun, and you think soul sand or soil would be a good component, go right ahead. I'm not stopping you. All I'm saying is, I wouldn't. But back onto the topic of the biome in question, when it's not the most hellish biome of the whole game, it's boring. Like I just said, it's floating masses of sand surrounded by a turquoise skybox. Nothing exciting, no structures other than maybe the occasional distant bastion. I don't think you can dig down for netherite because it's just soul sand, which is usually suspended in the sky. No, nothing. And it is absolutely a terrible place to inhabit because there are dangerous hostile mobs at every look. Again, I know this biome probably wasn't made for inhabitants, and if I should just stay out of this biome because I don't like it, instead of complaining about it and saying it shouldn't exist in the first place, ruining it for the one person who likes these, I'll gladly stay out of there at all costs. And Mojang, if you ever wonder why nobody likes Soul Valleys, yes, I get it. The whole challenge of a survival game is to, well, survive. But if survival is this difficult in this one particular biome, what's the point of trying to survive? Why am I talking to you like this as if a Mojang employee is watching this? Honest to the Minecraft gods, I cannot think of a single thing I genuinely appreciate about this pile of sand that I can't get in another biome, and better. These look conceptually interesting, but I would take literally any other biome in the game over taking a single step in this textbook example of a hellhole. Except for one, but we'll get to that. Number 2 best, Mushroom Islands. If you're just a casual Minecraft player who's just okay enough at the game to admit they're just okay at it, sort of like me, or a little kid who sucks at the game, yeah, that's right, I said it, you're probably wondering what a Mushroom Island is. That's because it's super rare. Unless you're Dream, you probably won't find it. But don't compare yourself to him. Being Dream isn't something to be proud of. But if you have that luck, you're in a really good place. Before I start to geek, let me go over the cons. Okay, that's it. If you saw the video by Mr. Cameron18, you know what I'm going to talk about. Like I said, all you should be concerned with is the lack of wood, made up for by the shrooms. Hope you came prepared with some, because even if it doesn't look like it, this is an amazing place to live. Most people like Minecraft biomes for a bunch of cool perks, like being good for mining gold or something. But some people don't understand that as long as you eat and live peacefully in Minecraft, you'll be fine. Mushroom Islands have a rare variant of a cow called the mushroom. You can shear it for their mushrooms, which are necessary for fermented spider eyes, which are necessary for invisibility potions. Yes, I'm the one person who remembers the crafting recipe for fermented spider eyes. What do I win? You can also milk them for milk like you can with regular cows, or stew, or even suspicious stew if you have a flour. And also, as stated by the great Cameron18, there are brown mushrooms too. You can breed regular mushrooms, but getting a brown mushroom out of that is wicked rare. But also, if a mushroom is struck by lightning, they become a brown one. They can do all the things a regular mushroom can do, but about the flower thing, whatever the type of flower it is, you can get the effect of a potion from suspicious stew. You can get whatever power you want from this one animal. Fire resistance, night vision, you name it. It's an awesome deal. The last really good thing about the fields of shrooms is the lack of hostile mobs. Seriously, no hostile mobs spawn on Mushroom Islands or even any of the caves underneath. This makes for one peacefully isolated location. No worries about dying from starvation because you can always get some stew, no worries about your house exploding. The only threats to your life are lava if there is any, and of course, fall damage. Clearly this biome is intentionally unique, but it's the best place to live in. If only they were a little less rare, but only a little less. If they were so common, they would lose their specialty. Speaking of which, now I'm off to find one. And before we get to number 1, because there are just so many biomes, here are some quick honorable and dishonorable mentions, 3 of each. Consider these honorary 4 through 6 spots for each list. As for the honorable mentions, lush caves, because they're pretty cool looking, an excellent source of moss, drip leaves, clay, so on and so forth. Not that those items are particularly necessary, but anyway. You can still find mobs that aren't entirely hostile down there. They have a light source that is the glowberries, all throughout so you don't have to keep putting up torches. And all the while, it's still underground so you can go mining either way. Very nice. Plains, because they have just about everything. Lots of animals, open space for building a base, it's probably close to a water source, and on top of all that, it's simply iconic. Granted, they're not so great for trees, but they still probably have some here and there, plus you can always grow trees. So yeah, great biome. Stony Peaks. I don't know why, they just kinda rock. Holy crap. I'm just realizing I inadvertently made a pun. They just kinda rock. Oi. I love when I accidentally make puns. I'm writing that one down. Oh, I just did. But yeah, stony peaks are a great place for iron and coal. Two of the most useful ores, at least in my opinion. But that's not all. They're awesome if you want to hike a mountain. I just really love the feeling of going straight up into the sky. Plus, they're good to find ancient cities under. I like that. And as for the dishonorable mentions, beaches, because I just don't really feel anything as I go through them. Just because a bit of sand is next to the grass on one end and water on the other. Maybe a buried treasure if you're lucky enough to find it, but that's about it. I refuse to elaborate further because there's nothing else to it. Savannas, because they look ugly. Need I say more? And basalt deltas. I hate the color scheme, it's still the nether, and the nether hates me. I'm always trying not to fall in lava, avoiding magma cubes, and of course there's no shortage of ghasts. It's definitely not fun. Kind of a nightmare. Number one worst... Screw up studies. Number one worst, birch forests. I don't know if this is a surprise to anyone. Now is it? You may have thought that I blew off all my steam when I talked about soul valleys. And yeah, I probably did. But birch forests beat out the whole competition for one unanimous, undeniable reason. Birch sucks. It looks ugly. If you turn birch logs into planks, they stick out like a sore thumb in appearance, especially if you put them next to planks of literally any other wood type. I hate birch wood. That Cameron guy hates birch wood. Your grandma probably hates birch wood. It's just not good looking. Yes, this is the one biome I'm reviewing in full that I have the least to say about, but sometimes one thing sucks worse than all the rest for one inescapable fact. Even if you do need to seek professional help, and you do like these forests for some reason, we can all at least agree that oak wood is superior. Or maybe just about any other wood type in the game. If birchwood as a whole was just spontaneously removed from the game, I would not care. I don't know who would. But the lesson here is that you're building a house, use any other wood. Birch forests are the worst biome in Minecraft, and I simply want nothing to do with them. And the number one best Minecraft biome is warm oceans. I know I went off about all the oceans I had to rate as I went on. I was going off all the biomes listed in this video right here, and doing so, I learned that temperature was a thing with bodies of water in Minecraft. But this particular Minecraft biome is apparently called a warm ocean. But, for the sake of common knowledge amongst Minecraft players, we'll be referring to this biome as coral reefs, because that's the appeal. It's a real treat whenever you find one of these. All the varied colors really stand out against the samey looking blue of the ocean. You almost can't miss it. For the colorful environment alone, I always stop by and if I come across one, whether it's to actually explore it or just to admire it. There are sea pickles as an underwater light source, plus smelt them for green dye. There's loads of various colored tropical figs, which is just one of the few things that makes this place awesome for fishing loot. Coral reefs are a blast overall, so come on down there for the bargain of a lifetime. Now, if I'm not mistaken, coral reefs are now rarer than ever because of the Caves and Cliffs update. They can now only be found in water surrounding warm environments like deserts and badlands, which is probably why they're called warm oceans, or at least why warm oceans contain coral and are associated with it. According to Mojang, the reason that they're rare is because they're that rare IRL, even though tropical fish and coral make up a considerable 90% of ocean life, and that to me is a very powerful, if possibly unintentional message. Don't worry, I'm not about to get emotional over this one thing and applaud this game for that one little thing alone, but this is actually a really good thinking on Mojang's part, and it might even motivate one to clean the waters. This biome to me has so much going for it already that I don't even care that it's a bad wood source. Oh wait, shipwrecks are a thing. Bam, problem solved. I know the lack of wood is something I nitpicked with some of these other biomes, but warm oceans just get everything right. This biome is what Minecraft is all about. Whether that's exploration, discovery, getting new blocks, building under or above the water, heartlessly killing all the animals, pick your poison. Even when some biomes just suck the life out of myself and others, I still love this game to death. Mushroom Islands are probably better for living in, but warm oceans, coral reefs, whatever you want to call them, but I call it my favorite biome in all of Minecraft. That's all there is on this list. Consider giving a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, probably gonna go play some Minecraft now, so have a good rest of your day. I wonder how many times I said biome in this video. Well, I'm not sure if that was more or less than I expected.